Ms. Reeves, you are here today to prove that the defendant, Mr. Silva, is the biological father of your 7-month-old son, Legend.
They literally have the exact same nose. The exact same. Usually it takes time to form, but like, Buddy just spit him out for real. He went, let's make a baby. And she was like, bet, he said. It's like,
You say there is absolutely no way you are the biological father of the plaintiff's son. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
he acting like the baby is like dark skinned with like straight hair or something, with like blue eyes. Boy, look at the baby. I feel like some dudes, they just don't want to be caught up with their paranoia and like, what's the other word? Denial, because they want someone to be oh so the bad guy. And it's like, I mean, if the baby didn't look like him, it would be one thing. It's like the whole there's no way thing is literally like straight up delusion to me.
Explain to the court how this paternity doubt has affected your relationship.
Well, it's affected everything in my life. We've been on and off for about 3 years. Right now, every single time I turn around, it's always, oh, are you sure that he's my baby? Are you sure that he's my baby? Yes, I'm 100% sure. Like, why do you keep asking me?
And I feel like a lot of dudes let their friends get into their head about their relationships because like they didn't have their father in their life. So it's like, okay, or they don't feel like they can talk to their father. So it's like they talk to their homies or like the buddies. They get opinions, which you're supposed to get opinions in life that could help, you know, derail you from maybe your own opinion that might not be helping you. Like if you don't trust your own feelings about a job offer or a girl or something important to you, you go to somebody you trust, right? Or you think you can trust. And I feel like a lot of people really, they want to see you win as long as you would want to see yourself successful or you believe that you deserve success. And sometimes you could let your friends get into your head about someone or something, or let their own experiences squash what you could have, because maybe they're jealous that you might be able to have that, or maybe they want what you could have or have. And some people are so trusting with their friends. It's like they have no clue sometimes like what type of friends they really have. That's why it's important to use your own discernment and your own judgment for the very important things in your life, because you just never know. You just never know, and you can never steer yourself wrong because only you know what you want and where you're going. You know, like it's good to go to a doctor for an opinion, but if you feel like that's not adding up with how I feel, what they're telling me, you go to a second doctor, or you just trust yourself if you feel like what people are saying isn't adding up. It doesn't matter what piece of paper they have or like what credibility they have. Like, what do you feel? So
I don't have doubts, but he does.
Okay. Mr. Silva, why do you have doubts?
I just don't trust her, Your Honor. I feel like she's tricking me into believing that I'm Legend's father. I grew up loving women, loving sex.
You grew up loving sex.
and then a lot of them don't want to admit that the reason they feel and think the way they feel and think is because they tainted their own mind with like the worst things, to be honest. Like, it's one thing to use, you know, past experiences for your growth and development, and it's another thing to try to use that against someone or an innocent person. Really, like if you have bad experiences from the past, you know, you don't want to be trying to date somebody new, and that's just hanging over y'all's experience. So it's good to like be able to just separate X from Y and why you feel the way you feel and take accountability totally, not blame.
I always felt like it was okay for men to go out, have sex, and, you know, cheat, come home to their family, and women can't go out, have sex, and, you know, come home, and especially with a baby, you know, it's trying to say that I'm his father. You know, I just want to.
Basically, all of this started because all he wanted to do was cheat on me. I've been nothing but faithful to him since I first met him.
And so you believe he's projecting his unfaithfulness onto you?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you doing that, Mr. Silva? Do you have any?
And he won't admit that, even though he just admitted how he views relationships. Basically, he feels like men are allowed to just have somebody at home and waiting around for them and making a beautiful little life for them while they go do what they want. And then he comes home and abuses her and projects onto her that she's this nasty person that he is. And that's really not fair or right to even feel like that's what a relationship should be. Like, even if you learn that, you're not supposed to force somebody else into that type of life because they learned complete opposite. Like, what's real is real and what's fake is fake.
You basically said in so many words that you believe it's okay for men to go outside of the relationship to cheat, but not okay for women to do the same.
Yes, Your Honor.
You aren't the only man that feels like that.
And men that feel like that need to stay thousands of feet away from good women because, oh my God, it's so rare to find women that are willing to heal from trauma and like forgive and like stand by men that need healing as well. Like, everybody needs healing, but it's like he seems like the type of guy that takes advantage of like femininity, period. Like, oh, well, nobody's gonna want her and she can't cheat. I'll just sit her down if she's with my baby. And it's like, that's really unfair and cold. And then somebody would love her regardless of the baby thing or not.
God created men to conquer, to overrule, and women cannot empower. Women cannot empower men.
What are we on, game?
Women? He said women cannot empower men when women literally bring people into the world. That's a portal, G. Men need women and women need men. It's equal. It's literally supposed to be equal. Men aren't just born to just take over the world. They're here, like women, to make the world a better place. So you don't repeat traumas or pain. You don't bring pain. You don't bring fear and storms and turmoil to life. Just because you're a man, that's not your mission in the world. That's not even a man, that's a menace. And like, you know, sounds like he's just somebody that never had control in his life, and he just flipped the script and wants to conquer everything in sight. And it's like really sad because he can only do that, conquering the world, and the only thing they can really conquer is like vulnerable women, for real, because they don't be trying to conquer men like that. They don't.
It's okay. You see what I deal with every day.
Oh, what are we talking about? First of all, you said God created men to conquer, and what else?
Conquer, and women
to rule.
Cannot overpower men.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, he's right. Women normally can't overpower men physically, but one day you'll be a frail old man, and there's gonna be a nice big buff woman in your face just to prove to you that that physicality has nothing to do with power. Like, your power is not just in your muscles, it's also in your mind. And he seems like he's like got a nasty ego that's like larger than life.
This gonna be a long
You see
hearing.
what I deal with every day, right?
So in the conquering and the ruling of man, inclusive in that is the right to cheat, have other women outside the relationship, but women cannot, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so let's just say hypothetically.
He feels like that's warranted. Like, he feel like he's so attractive, or he feel like he's allowed to be that way because I don't know if he feels like unstoppable in life just because of his looks, or like he irresistible or whatever. And that might be true for now, but I don't know. You gotta understand life as a whole, like the big picture, and not a part of it right now. Like, your life is not just right now, you know?
Why can't you conquer your doubt and conquer your fear that she's also doing something that she says she's not doing?
Well, Your Honor, I feel like if I'm out here, you know, doing what I'm doing, and she's out, you know, doing whatever she's doing, she's possibly doing the same thing.
No. He can't control himself or his own mind or his own feelings. So he wants to conquer the world. You know how big the world is? That's seemingly easier to him than conquering his own mind and his own feelings, which then would point to therapy being needed. And then also, again, he's not even trying to conquer the world with this approach. He's just trying to have power over anything. And it's like so much denial because the baby literally looks smack like that. I'm gonna cut that out.
And why would that be so wrong? Because you can't take what you dish out? Right. I'm trying to understand.
He probably used to girls. He's so cute. Oh, he's so cute. Oh, and it's so much attention, and it's so much ego stroking. You know, he's so used to that. He hasn't had the chance to develop past something so low, like seeking attention or like ego stroking, because that's comfortable to him, and he feels like the man just based off of like women's approval. He won't say that.
I mean, just entertain me for a minute. From one queen to a king. Why? Why would you expect her to sit at home and allow you to cheat on her?
It's just really the fact that she
try to do whatever you try to do and shit.
Came home, she came telling me that I'm the father of legend. You know, and I just, honestly, I don't believe that.
All right, so now let's come out of our hypothetical situation and let's really talk about real facts. When do you find out you're pregnant, Miss Reeves?
Well, we was broken up at the time, but immediately, as soon as I told him that I was pregnant, he was like, oh, okay, with who?
Your Honor, we were broken up for 4 weeks, Your Honor. I called her texting her ex.
And is that why you broke up?
Yes, Your Honor.
When you
I confronted her
with
about texting her ex. You know, this ain't, you know, I caught them texting multiple times, and she claims they're just friends. You know, and I had it. One day I just decided to try to go in her phone, and she changed her password on me. She was in the bathroom when I was trying to get in there, and I thought I typed it in wrong, so I tried 2-3 more times until it locked me out.
I think people are allowed to look for companionship or support or help outside of a relationship that's abusive. Like, even if she or he liked each other, dude is not allowed to just conquer every part of her life like that, to the point where she can't even enjoy who she's talking to, like whether that's you or somebody else, because he's his logic is so unfair and self-serving. It's like, wouldn't you want both parties in the relationship to be equally happy, and you get what you want, which is clearly a fast-ass life, and she gets what she wants? Why is he trying to be a menace?
My whole thing is like, why do you keep asking me what I have to hide when every single time I turn around, it's another female texting my phone like, oh, I was just dating I was just dating your boyfriend. Your boyfriend is my boyfriend. That's our boyfriend. Like,
Which, and then those types of females or women, those types of women that enjoy that lifestyle, or like trying to make somebody feel like they got something over on you, or they took something from you, or we're sharing him. It's like, no, that's yours and it's not mine. I don't want somebody that even moves like that. I never did, never will. FYI. Because like my confidence comes from within, not from making somebody feel below me. And on top of that, I'm a firm believer in everybody can win in this life. So, everybody can have what they want if they just communicate and they're honest and clear and real. And sometimes you're surrounded by really lame circumstances or situations or people that like to put on a front or a mask and just take control instead of just go with the flow, of life, or go to the path of least resistance.